All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. We've just had the opening face-off between Australia Gold and CS Lacrosse out of Japan. Just a slight delay on the broadcast start. Had to do some scissor lift operation. Balls with CS at the moment as we start play here at Footscray Lacrosse Club. It's game 3 of day 2 of the 2019 ALA Maverik Challenge, and CS are in possession so far. Get some team lists coming to you shortly. The Japanese outfit have just played a game earlier this morning. They went down 6-8 to the American Pride in a thrilling game there. American Pride coming up with their second win so far. CS falling short just again. The ball entered the back of the net on that one, but it was a crease violation before the shot went in, so no goal, and Aussie Gold looking to clear now. Ball's behind with Mitch Baker, and he sends it up now for Jackson Bowren. And Australia look to possess. There's a little bit of rain jacket on the camera, if you can move it slightly. Ball's behind with Mitch Baker. Again, just trying to get some things adjusted here. We had to get some impromptu rain cover happening. Will Olver with the ball now. Sends it up top. Aussie Gold came up with a win in their matchup this morning against Aussie Green. Went 5-6. The man with the ball at the moment, Mitch Baker, had the overtime game winner. It's the second overtime goal we've had so far this tournament. And on that one, Mitchell Fuss puts the ball in the back of the net there, number 47. Let's try flattening it out again. Again, just bear with us as we try to sort some camera angle issues out. It is very gusty here, 20 feet above the field at Footscray Lacrosse Club. So Australia Gold have opened the scoring. It was Mitchell Fuss who put that one in the back of the net. And we're back at the face-off X now. Aaron Hill will take the face-off for Aussie Gold, and Takumi Meijima will take it for CS. Meijima was big in yesterday's showdown against Aussie Green, winning a number of face-offs. He likes to play the ball forward if he can, and is happy to drive into the offense and make a play for himself. Ball's batted out by the Aussie Gold players. Hill comes up with the ball, and we're underway. Pass just making it to its target. Doug Brooks with the ball now. Hands off to Baker. Baker looks to send the ball down and low. Ball's behind now. Gold looking to settle things down. It was a low-scoring affair yesterday when we saw Aussie Green taking on CS. It's Chugoku-Shikoku, for those of you playing along at home. It was 5-6, the final score, but going into the fourth quarter, it was 5 goals scored in the fourth to make it a bit interesting, but it was a low-scoring affair, 2-1 heading into that period. Ball's with Baker again now. Drives low, gets it on his left, takes the hit, goes to ground, but puts it in the back of the net on his way down. Aussie Gold go up 2-0, riding the momentum from their win this morning over Aussie Green. So that's Baker with that one. Fuss the second, Fuss with the first, Baker with the second. Oz Gold leading 2-0. Jackson Bowren in the Bowren in the centre now. He's up against Meijima again. Ball played forward by Meijima, but lost his stick. Bowren able to come up with it now. Loses his stick. Ball's on the deck now. Possession was called, so all players live in action. The pole comes up with it, looking to feed the crease. Quick roll there. It's Shun Nagai who has it behind. He's guarded closely. Baker with the ball behind. Ball behind now with Aussie Gold. Ethan Moyer with the ball, sends it behind now. Ball's with Mitchell Baker again at X. Bit of two-man game there, looking for the big little switch. Got the short pole to him. Goalie coming out on that one. We have a crease infraction though. The double coming out there. Between the pipes is Koyosuke Takamatsu for Japan. Number 7, he was good in yesterday's showing against Green. Had some big saves this morning as well against American Pride. Balls with CS again, 71 Shigenobu Umayama with it. Drive down the line there, righty shot, wide of target. Bit too much hook on that one. Backed up though by CS on the far side. It's Umayama. Sends it up the line now. Another righty drive down the side. I'll wait for another message. Loose ball picked up there by CS. The Aussie defenders managed to knock it loose. Couldn't come up with it clean though. Driving down is Umayama. Goes to goal. Bounce shot. Low save there. Between the pipes for the Aussies, it's James Burgess from North Adelaide Lacrosse Club, number 25 in the gold. Quick clear up the line there, and it's Matthew Stevenson clearing over. Gets it to Oliver, back to Stevenson. Stevenson down the line, shot deflected by the goalie, hit the crossbar, then in the deck. Picked up now by Maino. Number 2 for CS, and he is lethal if he can get his hands free for a shot. Ball's behind now with Shun Nagai. Flag on the play. We're going to have an offside, which will be charged against Aussie Gold. Mitch Baker, the attacker, ran up on the ride. Midfield player obviously not checking back to make sure they were good to go. Shot wide of the mark again, and we're going to see the first power play of the game. Aussie Gold will serve for 30. Ball up top now. Not a lot of production from the CS extra man unit so far this tournament, but we'll see whether they can click now. Maino with the ball on his left. Fakes the handoff, drives the alley, is on his left, goes back to his right, swinging low, hit the crossbar. Couldn't get it to go. Counting down till the man down is released, and there we go. Charging in to the defense is Daniel Bowater from East Fremantle. The shot there backed up. Burgess doing a good job on that one. Shea Moat with the ball now. Sends it to Bowater. Again, between both of these teams, if I make any mistakes pronouncing names, just forgive me. I'll do my best, but I'm not necessarily fluent in West Australian. Bowater with the ball, driving down the far side now. Gets it infield for Ulver. This afternoon at 3 p.m, we'll bring you a game between Australia Green, the other half of this trial squad, and American Pride. Pride came out with a win yesterday against Aussie Gold. Who got their first win this morning against Australia Green. Plenty of lacrosse to play, though. We'll be bringing 2 games again tomorrow, then 1 on Saturday, and both finals on the Sunday. Oz Green and Gold will play each other each day of the tournament. We'll broadcast one of those Oz tryout derbies. Missed ground ball opportunity there by Australia. Picked up now, though, by 77, Ethan Moyer. Got a defender draped all over him, but the handy pick there from Baker gives him a bit of room to breathe. Up the line now, and it's Harry Gibson with the ball. He's possessing up top, sends it on for Tyler Redman. Balls with Baker. Pick comes top side. He sweeps across, sends it over now for Redmond. Redmond down for Olver. Big check there from the keeper, Takamatsu. Baker with the ball again. Fakes the handoff, keeps possession. Gibson pretended to have it. Goalie brought the fake though. And the shot goes from Baker as we see the hidden ball trick working there. The defense side thought they had it covered. Most of them read it correctly. Takamatsu, the goalie, though, unlucky on that one. And Baker just rolls it through to make it 3-0 for Aussie Gold. Illegal procedure there charged against CS, and the ball will be played out by Aussie Gold. Sorry about that sway there, the scissor lift. Just trying to go for a walk. Ball's across the far side now, Lachlan Warren with it. Redirects again for Baker, he's had two. Joseph Pagliaro there. On to Wilczynski. Warren with it again. Olver now has it. He's guarded closely, gets under his man, can't get his feet ahead though. Up top now looking for Zinski. Pick across the top, doesn't decide to roll back, shot wide of the mark. Backed up though by Osgold. Ball's out now with Pagliaro. Baker now with it, the east side connection there. The Camberwell player finding the Melbourne player on the crease. Crease violation there on the Aussies. There we go, that's the call. Looking for the clear now, Takamatsu with the ball. Clearing pass finds its mark, and it's Kazamu Misu. Handoff there. Maino with the ball now. Umiyama with the ball, going for the righty drive. He has Lachlan Bound watching him, gets a piece of it, knocks that ball down. Off to the races now. It's the Aussie defense. Can they carry to safety? 23. Julian Knox with the ball. Rolls in field. Gets it up for Warren. Warren on the fast break now. Finds Olver. Olver to the crease. Crease is 77. Ethan Moyer. And Moyer puts it away. Great transition play there. Started with the knockdown from Lachlan Bound. Great ground ball then picked up. Julian Knox out of Wanneroo. Joondalup coming up with the goods on the ground ball. Gets the ball upfield. And Aussie Gold make it 4-0. As Ethan Moyer puts it in the back of the net. Bowen in the centre now. Up against Meijima, number 17. Loose ball in the middle, both teams scrapping for it. No one able to come up with it yet. Heads come off a stick there. Can't be involved in play once that happens. There we go. That was 91. Takumi Nishikawa lost the head of his stick. I think he would have had that ground ball if he hadn't lost it. Aussie Gold come up with the ball now. Mitch Fuss down the line. Shot save there by Takamatsu. Errant pass looking for the clear. Mitch Baker comes up with the ball. Fuss couldn't get the handle on that one. And with that whistle, it brings us to the end of the first quarter here. Score is 4-0 so far. Scorers have been Moya, number 77 for Oz Gold. We had Mitch Fuss, 47, score 1, and Mitch Baker, who's wearing the Baz jersey, number 8 out there. He's had 2 for himself as well. 1 goal from CS that was disallowed for the crease violation, but they've had the looks. They've had a few shots wide of the mark as well, but it's been competitive play so far here. Expect to see plenty more action of this one. Yesterday in the first half of the game between CS and Oz Green, there was only 3 goals scored total. Oz Gold putting up more than that in the first quarter here. Expect CS to come out fighting though. Interesting to see how the face-off battle plays out. Majima was big yesterday. Can he carry on that form? That's number 17 from Okayama University. We'll see if he can come up with any answers, but so far it's been very Australian in the centre. Interesting to see what adjustments the Japanese unit out of CS or Chugoku-Shikoku make for this second quarter. Yesterday we saw them playing each goalie for 1 quarter, the first 3 quarters, and then they split 1/3 each in the fourth. We'll see whether they go with something similar to that today. Obviously, the Aussie Gold side, 2 goalies. Will they play half each? I'd imagine. See how that goes there. But in the centre so far, the Australians have looked the goods. Jackson Bowen and Aaron Hill, the Sturt and Bayswater products. They're Bayswater and Sturt products, I should say more correctly. Done a good job getting the ball for their side so far. We'll see what they can come up with as we go forward. 30 seconds to play was the call there on the field. Both sides heading out. Here we go. Takamatsu, number 7, back between the pipes now for CS. Liked his work in the first. Had a couple of big saves. In the centre again, it's going to be Meijima versus Boren. Meijima wins it forward. Can't keep his footing though. Loose ball unable to be picked up there. Ball flicked back into the middle now. Shane Moat comes up with it. He's got the ball. He's under pressure though. Gets a hand free. Can't come up with a clean ball though. Flag on the play. He's still got it in his stick. Can he keep it in bounds? Yes, he can. The pass hits the deck though. Will Olver unable to get a handle on it. But we'll see Australia go man up. Bit of a miscommunication on who was serving that penalty. It was 3-2 Yoshiki Nakano, who will serve the minute for the slash, I believe. So we'll see Oz Gold man up for the minute now. Baker with it on the near side, onto Stevenson. Up top is Bowen. Fuss with it, sends it behind for Baker. Up top now, Bowen looking for the step down, zings it. Top shelf over Takamatsu. Unable to get to that one, just a little dip as he came around for the ball. Good finish there, got the goalie dipping. Just that little bit of a change of plane as he came around. Pretty round arm and then brought it back about 3/4 on the way through. Sort of mid-high to high. And penalty will be released after that one. May have just been a hold call on the penalty. It could have been a 30-second released there, just because it's the interference, not the personal foul. So back to even strength. No face-off out for CS yet. Can be played without a representative, though. After all that, Hill wins it clean to himself anyway. Carries to safety. Looking upfield for Olver. That ball skips before it makes it to him, but he manages to take it on the bounce. Sending it behind now. Mitch Baker with the ball. Ball up top there. Harry Gibson with it. Far side Nick Brothers, but down to Baker now. Big pressure there. Back up top now for Gibson. Far side now. Moya with the ball. Sends it down for Baker. Pick comes. He's got his left free. Passes up for Olver. Olver the step down and just zings a corner on that one. He knows where you keep the cookies, and it's up at the top shelf there. Great finish from young Olver out of Williamstown. Just the low to high rip, finding the inside pipe, the top right there. And that'll make it 6-0. Australia Gold are looking the good so far. It's been face-off possession so far that's been the biggest factor for them. They've come up with a lot of the ball, and they've been able to capitalise on those plays. Ball's won by CS. On the clear now. Up an attack, they look to settle things down again. If you're seeing any swaying in the camera footage, we're a long way up and the wind is really blustering today. Shot across target there, the righty shot, not enough angle on it. CS will back up though. But again, just bear with us. Hopefully no one's getting motion sickness. Bowen there, guarding closely. Ball up top now, and it's Fuki Koyama with the ball. Great change of direction, gets his left, can't get the shot off though. Sends it down the line, still looking to redirect. The pick is there. Thought about the shot, faked it out against it though. Big shot high of the mark there. Umpire calling it was Oz Gold closest to the line when it went out. Backed up there by James Suffolk. Burgess with the ball now. On to Bown. Bown carries up. Pretty relaxed ride from this CS unit. Number of Osgold players ready to cover that. Just 3 players back. Letting them clear fairly easily, getting ready for their defense at the far end. Olver with the ball now. On to Baker. Baker looking for the crease. Can't get it to fall. Gold got to stick to it. Couldn't come up clean though. And the ball's picked up on the far side now by CS. Players fading away for CS there. The Osgold players were trailing at first, able to get numbers back though, as Chugoku-Shikoku just slowed down on that clear. It was number 77, Shunta Imai, who got the clear, but just didn't have anyone ahead of him to pass to. Ball's with 18, Kazuma Misu. He sends it on now. Near side there, looks to dodge under his man, rolls back, gets his hands free. That ball may have been tipped by the defending player. Otherwise, he just hooks that shot a little bit far. Over and back the call. There was a double whistle there. I think 2 referees thinking they had the call. Baker hesitation, just not sure where the play was back on after the double whistle. Ball's behind now with Olver. He sends it up for Bowen. He's had a shot already. That one wide of the mark. So get himself a little bit more angle on that one. Didn't have a lot to look at from the right-handed shot. Olver with the ball again. Big step-down shot, low-to-low rip, and makes it count. 62, Will Zinski with that one. Goalie change coming up now for CS as we see Shun Nakamura jumping in between the pipes now for the gentleman in white. Aaron Hill in the centre there for the Osgold. Going the long pole on the face-off. It's Takumi Nishikawa took the centre there for CS. Ball's behind now with Olver. Osgold came out of the centre with the ball. That pass meant for a player that just wasn't there. Moat manages to tip the ball Gets a cover. Just needs to step onside there. But we've got the offside call. Needed an Osgold player to just step onto the defensive side of the field so the player in defence could play it back. It was Brock Gawley, sorry, I called it Shane Moat. Brock Gawley could have just stepped over and batted that ball away if he had had a teammate cross for him. Just a bit of a miscommunication on that one. Ball's behind now with CS as they look to get their first point of the game. It's been a quiet day in the office so far for the boys out of Japan. Koyama with it now, looks to dodge down the alley. He's got his left hand free, doesn't want the shot though. His pass high of the mark. We've seen a few unforced errors here from this CS team. Looking a little bit less sharp than they were yesterday. Maybe they have just played a game just before this one. Gold have had a bit of a break after their showing this morning. Maybe that tiredness could be a factor. We'll see as the game progresses though. It'll be good to see them just sharpen things up a little bit. Ball's with Osgold on the attack again now. Olver now with the ball. Looks to roll top side, gets a shorty to him. Doesn't back himself on that one. Sends it to Doug Brooks. Down the line now. Pagliaro has the ball behind. Gets by one. Hands down after the roll. Great finish there. And it's 66 Tyler Redman out of East Freo on that one. Great little pick and roll play there as the defense watched Pagliaro spin upfield. Redman just posting up on the crease there, manages to get that feed and just the dip and dunk over the goalie. It's been Osgold all the way so far in today's game. CS unable to find the back of the net yet. Jack Bowen in the centre again against Nishikawa, the long pole. CS still favouring the pole in the centre, trying to stop that fast break. Hasn't been a lot of fast break action in terms of goal scoring for Osgold though, so may just be the change up of approach rather than looking to sort of staunch that fast break look out of the centre there for the Aussie Gold side. On the attack again, Pagliaro with the ball now. 7-0 the score as Australia look to attack. Pagliaro with the ball, looks topside, rolls back under. Gets his hands free in his right. Couldn't get it to go though. Great little trailing check there by the CS defender. The double body there. Player hits the deck. Ball's loose. And we've got a flag on the play. There we go. So it's going to be Mitchell Fuss called for the cross-check on that one. He'll serve 1 minute. We'll see CS go man-up again. Unable to capitalise on their first man-up look. Let's see if their extra man unit can do something with it now. Running that 1-3-2. Got the player wide on the crease. Looking to thread that one through. Came off a gold stick, though. Lachlan Bowen able to get a piece of that one. So just trying to stretch those bottom corners and find a step-down shot. We'll see what they can do with it, though. Ball's far side now. Mano again looking to just feed to that bottom corner. They're really trying to get a strong side feed to that backside with the open player. Step-down look there, wide of the target. Couldn't get it to go. That was 66. Atsushi Nagasoi. Ball's backed up, though, and it's still CS with the ball. Ball hits the deck there. That's Mano. Really low crease on this one again. Wide of the mark there, and with that, the penalty kill successful. Osgold able to hold them out. Had a few looks for shots, but those two sort of skip passes to those bottom corners, that diagonal look, both times able to be knocked down by Osgold. I think the player in the crease just not quite doing enough to keep his man busy. The Osgold defenders able to really focus on those passing lanes, and just two comfortable knockdowns from the gentleman in the yellow. Another knockdown. Great work defensively here. The Osgold team are covering lanes really well. Looking to kick that one away. Another kick and a bit of a goose. Gets it to the crease. Can't get it in the stick of the goalie, though. Burgess still hoping for it. Picked up finally. Lachlan Bowen with the ball. Gets under his man. Looking to walk the dog up for Mitchell Fuss now. Sending it upfield looking for that slow break look. They redirect through X now. Is there a trailer open? Can they find one? The step down shot was off target, but it's picked up in time by Daniel Bowater. And Osgold will look to settle down as they get their subs in. Brothers coming in off the bench hot. Fuss with the ball behind now. On to Pagliaro. Fuss again with the ball. Bowater sends it. His pass wide of the mark. Looking for Will Sinski. Just couldn't get the pass on target, though. Just too wide for number 62 in the gold. Ball's at X now. Big check there. Brock Gourlay couldn't get the ball to come out with him, but he got the ball out of the stick. The ground ball was picked up there by Matsura. Couldn't get the shot to fall, though. Again, CS just shooting wide of the mark a few times. They've had some looks this quarter. Haven't been able to get a shot on target, though. Burgess yet to be tested here in the second. Had a few saves in the first. Dodge across the top, the redirect there, looking for a step-down shot. Player finds the crease, couldn't get open for a pass, though. Ball's picked up there. Brothers fakes their handoff. One player bites on it. Sends it back infield now. Gets it to Gourlay, into Burgess. Burgess looking for the long ball on the pass. Gets it back to Brothers. He's got one man on him. Swims the first. Looks to weave through the second. Sends it upfield. That pass not quite on target there. Meant for number 37. I don't have a 37 listed, so I'll try and get a name for that one. Unfortunately, maybe a jersey change up from one of the Osgold players, but we'll see what we can do there. On the clear is Nagasoe. On now for Yuta Sano, carrying on the far side. He's got Bowater watching him closely. Ball hits the deck. Neither side able to come up with it clean yet. CS do so in the end. Looking for the drive from behind. The short stick matchup is there. Weaves under his man. Burgess comes up with a save on that one then. And there we go. So gold 7-6. Daniel Bowater called for the slash on that one as the player drove low side. But the quarter ended, or the half ended, on that last whistle as well. So I believe we should see CS starting with the ball in a man up. We'll take a quick break now for halftime, and we'll be back with the start of the second half here at Footscray Lacrosse Club in the tropical west of Melbourne, where the cold wind is starting to get to the commentary crew. And welcome back now to second half action here as Osgold lead 8-0 over CS Lacrosse out of Japan. That's Chugoku-Shikoku. There's a whistle to start the play there. No, there we go. Players on the field there, I think they thought it was a whistle to start the play. They were looking for the ball. Referees hadn't made it back onto the turf yet. Scores at 8-0. Osgold have been looking the goods so far. We've had a goalie change at one end. We've got Jay Bidwell-Barton between the pipes now for Osgold. Still between the pipes for CS after the last quarter. We have Shun Nakamura. Hadn't been too thoroughly tested in the second after he came in. Big shot there. The step down rip gets Bidwell-Barton on his off-stick side. And that was number 33, Yuta Sano for CS, opens the scoring. So after a quiet first half, unable to find the back of the net in the first, CS wastes no time putting one by in the start of the second half. Again, weather is looking inclement here at Footscray Lacrosse Club, so if we disappear suddenly, it's obviously us trying to cover any equipment up, but we'll do our utmost to keep you in for the rest of the game. Hopefully it holds off. We'll be able to bring you this game. And then at 3 p.m, we'll also have American Pride taking on Oz Green in the last game of today. Hill goes to the deck on that one. Couldn't get the ball to come out, though. Taken now by CS. It was number 91, Nishikawa, still taking centres for them. Looking for a step down now. Fuki Koyama has the ball, sends it down the side. Up top now, it's Shoya Maino. Even strength now. The step down rip sticks it stick side corner this go. So it won't be an extra man opportunity goal. That was it was back to even strength. Bowater was just running into play when that shot went. Shoyamano has an absolute rocket of a shot if he can get his hands free, and on that one, just stuck it by Jay Bidwell-Barton, stick side high. Nothing the goalie was able to do about that one. (2-8) the score now. Chugoku-Shikoku looking good so far. They've come out with both balls in the face-off and able to put 2 on the board. 1 on their extra man opportunity, 1. Just after it ended, they went back to even strength. Another win forward. And it's Meijima now. He likes to back himself for the drive. That one high of the mark. But again, if you look at the goalie on that one, if you watch that back, a little bit of a dip there from Bidwell-Barton. He's a big guy. If he stays upright on that, doesn't drop those hands, I think he had the look on it. It's just that little dip forced him to have to come back high. So lucky the ball went just high of the mark there. But not the look he'd be keen on. Coming out cold in the second half. You don't want to have this CS unit just launching shots at you early on. He's had 2 go by him. But look for him to get in a rhythm. One of the few Victorian players, maybe the only Victorian player in this squad who was a member of the senior Victorian side at Nationals recently here. Picked up an MVP award in one of those games, I believe. Player limping on the field. May just be a cramp, though. He's back upright. He's just being looked after by his CS opponent. That's Hiromi Takaki is looking after him. That was number 37, whose name is not listed on these score sheets. So hopefully I'll be able to track that down for you. Low save there. Hits the ground well. Great drop of the hammer there by Bidwell-Barton. Quick redirect there. That ball just low for Shea Moat. Stays in bounds. Moat picks it up. Manages to tip it back in. No players from his side around it, though, and it's picked up now by CS. They'll look to clear. It's Koyama with the ball now. Big step down rip. Stick side save there. Bidwell-Barton's got his eye in now. I think just the pace on the first 2 shots caught him a little bit out. But 2 saves now for big number 90 between the pipes. Olver with the ball now, sends it on for Pagliaro. Up top now for Stevenson. Far side, Harry Gibson sends it down to Olver. Number of Williamstown boys in this Aussie Gold side. I believe them and Wanneroo Joondalup look to have the most of any clubs on this Osgold team. So nice having that familiarity. Obviously, when you're playing with a team you're not as used to, having a few players from your club that you've got that chemistry with, that you've developed through playing juniors and seniors together, often helps the players click, find that comfort zone a little more easily. We've seen a few connections between clubmates so far during play. But same thing we see with this Japanese side, Chugoku-Shikoku. Number of players from the same universities. Okayama University has a number of them. So that just find those little link-ups on the field that you see working together. Gibson with the ball now behind. Steps over his man, feeds Olver on the crease. Olver, obviously inspired by some World Cup soccer action he's just seen, went for the header, but that one went out of bounds on the full. Couldn't get it to fall. The headbutt unsuccessful. Gibson on the ride there. His man steps by him. He's got the pace on him, but only just. Olver comes in now. Ball hits the deck. Great double team there. It's a Williamstown connection. Pushing the back on that one will be called against Gibson. There we go. Loose ball push. I think he's not convinced by that call, but I think the referees are all pretty convinced. No doubt on that one. Mayano has the ball now. He sends it across and looks for a sub. Ball's with Kazuma Misu now. Even strength at 6-on-6. Only had the one offensive look so far this quarter from Osgold. Whereas Chugoku-Shikoku has been able to score twice on their 4 shots on goal. I think they've had 5 for the quarter so far. So a lot more of an offensive look so far from the tourists. Big save there. May have been a little bit of pipe there, but Jay Sayer definitely got some body to it. Big chase on that one, making it to the line in time. It's Shea Moat. In for the goalie now. Redirects crossfield for Bound. Up the line. Bound finds Olver. Olver carries behind. Goal line extended now. Sends it across the back for Brothers. Nick Brothers, one of the US-based players on this Australian side. So that'll be a player who's eligible for an Australian passport. Last Australian 19 side, I should say, had two US-based players. 3, actually, I believe. So not an uncommon thing. We see it in the senior sides as well. It's often expats with American children playing in the high school system over there. Brothers just listed as USA. Not sure where he plays over there. If you're watching any of the Brothers family over in the States, give me a shout out though. Let us know where Nick's playing, because then I can pass judgment on that. Ball hits the deck there, and looking for the clear is CS. Ball's back now with Nakamura. His pass wide of the mark is sort of a bit of a sidearm flick on that. Just didn't quite have enough mustard on it. Olver finds the ball in the crease. He's got a man right on him though. Ball hits the deck again. Brothers loses the stick. Can't get it to come up with him. Picked up finally there. I think it was Warren who came up. Yeah, Lachlan Warren from Williamstown came up with that one. Ball picked up now. It's number 68. 66, sorry. Check that. Tyler Redman. Just forgot how to number for a second there. Olver behind, back onto Redmond now. Mitch forced right up high there. His man is all over him though, like fluff on Velcro. Behind now with Olver. Looks to roll topside. Pick comes for him. He gets the short stick on him. They've done a good job with the big little game so far, these Aussies. Wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more of that from X. Try and get that short pole switch onto the attackers. But from the wings, they've been doing a good job of it so far. Brothers fakes the handoff now. Rolling inside, gets by his man, hands free, makes the pass off to Pagliaro. Pass meant for Fuss, couldn't get it to go though. Ball stays onside, just outside of reach. Great work there. That was the combination of Bound and Knox. The 2 long poles there just goose that ball away. Pagliaro wraps around at the crease dive, can't get it to go. Olver fighting for the loose ball behind. Comes up with it, but flicks it wide of himself. Unlucky there. Did a good job scrapping for that initial ball. Couldn't get it to go, though, after Pagliaro's shot deflected by Nakamura. Pass up and over. Pass for Maino. Bounces just short. Warren's going to go for the ground ball. He comes up with it. Trying to get a bit of room there. Mitch Fuss comes up with it. Timeout charge to Gold now. So there we go. After a blistering start from Oz Gold in the first half, second half action has seen CS put 2 on the board. Their first 2 on the board. It was 8-0 heading into halftime. 8-2 the score now. Bidwell Barton had two blasted past him early on, but has come up with a number of saves since then. So he's found a bit of a rhythm now. But Oz Gold haven't been looking so hot on the offensive end. Obviously, with a tryout side like this, you expect to see a lot of different personnel lineups. Coaches will be looking for chemistry. They'll be looking for individual effort. Who works well in different situations? Who they can throw in when things are getting tough, and all of those factors are things to consider. But it also means that when you look at a game like this, it's the lineups will vary a lot, and you don't always have your. You can't always just have your 3 or 4 guys who know each other out there. You're going to have to rotate through. So these momentum switches are a pretty common occurrence in games like this. And we've seen a bit of that so far today. The attack unit out in the first half doing a good job, I think, so far. Just need to get a bit of a rhythm back into it for the second. Obviously, it's pretty cold, so if you're coming in off the bench as well, most of these Aussie guys won't be used to a bench this deep. Obviously, club lacrosse, you've only got 16 players at most out there. Whereas this side, closer to 30, so a lot more bench time than these players might be used to. But again, just one of those things. The World Cup bench, I believe 20, they'll only take 23. So 20 players and 3 alternates is standard, I believe, for the Under-19 World Cup. But again, Gold, half of the unit trying out for the Limerick 2020 World Games for the Under-19s, the World Games. Exciting time for all of these gentlemen, and looking through this squad, a lot of talent for head coach Gavin Levy to pick from. Levy's been involved in the last 2 Aussie Under-19 sides, as well as having stints with senior sides, and I think he's coached about 643 West Australian sides too. Big defensive presence there, and again, Mark Mangan's involved in the coaching so far. He was the head coach in 2012. Cade Robinson, an assistant from 2016, is out there. Adam Sear, who's just been an assistant coach in the University of Michigan women's team's most successful season in history. The former Maryland star out of Western Australia. He's on the sidelines too. They've got Sean Aaron, the Union to Warrington nominee, and All-American who played for Australia between the pipes in Israel. So a lot of depth on this coaching staff so far for the Aussies, whether they will make it all the way through to Limerick or not. At the moment, these Aussie tryout boys getting a lot of exposure to just top-level coaching from all around Australia, and as well as players who have had that experience at the world stage, and as well as coaching there previously. Redmond gets split on that one, can't get it free. Maino has the ball now, splits to his left. He wants that roll back to his right. If he can get his hands free, big shot there, high of the mark. Between one of the 2 gaps in the fencing on that side, straight down the middle of it. If Maino can get his hands free, he is dangerous on the shot, so wouldn't be surprised if CS look to have him as the trigger man going forward. This Chugoku-Shikoku team, made up of a number of players from different universities. They're a club side that have come over for this. Not sure if they'll be playing any other games while down under. Hopefully they'll be able to enjoy some lovely winter weather down here. Ground ball fumbled twice there, 3 times, third time's the charm there, but it's checked loose now as the player arrives from CS. No over and back there for CS because the player did get it into their stick before losing it again. For Gold, that was Lachlan Spickett, just couldn't get his stick around that one. Redmond with it now, looking to clear, gets it up for Mitchell Baker. He had a couple early on. Sends it behind for Pagliaro. Had a nice little wraparound attempt that he couldn't quite get to fall. Baker there, sends it up top. Baker again on the far side. Down now for Moya. On to Pagliaro. Gets it to Harrison Buckman. He's got a pick coming for him. No switch on that. The double comes. Gets the man free, though. Passing across now. Redmond thought about the step-down shot, decided against it. Wilsinski was the pick and the give on that one. Pagliaro behind may have hit the crease there. Yes, there we go. That's the call. Again, just the turf. A little bit slick here. The field is holding up well, though. Club lacrosse, and they've got soccer playing here too. So the ground crews have been doing a good job maintaining the field. So again, nice work by Footscray Lacrosse Club, able to host this event. Give these under-19s a chance to play against some international talent. And looking for the clear now, it's CS with the ball and running upfield. Handoff successful. Nagai finds the man on the crease, and it's Ryusei Misaku who finds the back of the net to make it 3-8. Just that quick redirect, and Bidwell Barton unable to get across crease fast enough there to cover that one. Great find inside, and just the shifty little finish on the doorstep there. Not much a goalie can do about a shot like that. And with that 3-8, CS the only side to get the ball in the back of the net here in the second half so far. In the center now, it's going to be Hill and Meijima, I believe. No, check that. We've had Nishikawa come back out. Ball's picked up there by Gourlay. His pass to Baker's collected comfortably on the run. He's got a man draped all over him. Sends it down the line for Pagliaro. Pagliaro takes a knee to get to that one, but does so successfully anyway. Moya with the ball now. Big throw of the flag there from Keesing, as the slash call, I believe, will be what it's for. There we go, the hold call. So I think it was I thought it was going to be number 1. Fuki Koyama called for it with that slash, but it was 77 with the hold before the check came. So the check was good. Slash there, hold there. So it's 30 seconds of man up now for Osgold. We'll see if they can get themselves on the board here in the second quarter, in the second half. Ball up top now with Fuss. Thought about the step down was Brooks. Behind now with Baker, up top. Sorry, I said Fuss there for 85. It's Harry Gibson. Fuss 47, obviously. Great finish on that one, and all clear as the three-quarter time whistle goes. It was number 76 on the doorstep. Daniel Bowater with the buzzer beater to make it 9-3. 6 points the difference, 2 points closer than at halftime. CS finally able to get on the board in the here in the third quarter. And we've got fourth quarter action coming up. And again, we'll try and get the quick turnaround. We've got another game coming up at 3. Hopefully we'll be able to start right on time. But pending a heroic comeback from CS, we could see overtime action like we have twice already in this tournament. Although at the moment, Osgold are looking the goods to hold off and get the win here as they lead 9-3. Great finish on that one. It was number 76, Daniel Bowater out of East Fremantle, right on the doorstep. Just found the man open. Little fake, bit of a flourish, and then the finish for him. Stretch the lead back out to 6 again. So again, this morning we had Osgold take out Oz Green in the first of their matchups. Went to overtime with Mitch Baker getting the game winner for the gentleman in the gold. Green previously had beaten in overtime this CS unit yesterday in a 6-5 win. And then this morning it was the American Pride able to come out on top over CS in an 8-6 victory for the boys in blue. Again, we'll have that American Pride unit coming up against Oz Green at 3 p.m. and we hope to be able to get you right to the start of that game. We do have to have a quick change around, though, obviously, as it's a different field. So we'll do some rhythmic gymnastics with the video equipment and try and get you there right on time. In the center now, and we're still with the poll for CS Youth. 91, Takumi Nishikawa. He's been handy so far for the gentleman in the white. For the Aussies, it's Jackson Bowren. Ball goosed forward by Nishikawa. Still on the deck, though. We're going to have a hold call there against Gold. So it's going to be white ball. Ball's with Maino now. Just got to do some quick adjustment work. We've got some more rain falling now. Nothing too heavy, though, so we should be able to keep going. Maino has the ball up top. Down the line now, looking for that lefty drive. Sends it off to the player at X. Up top with the redirects now. Down the line, big righty shot. Great finish there from Fuki Koyama. Low and away, absolutely. That's the junior coaches special. I think coaches out here spend, probably half of their coaching time telling the attackers to go for the safe shot, overhand, low and away. Get the high percentage one there, and Koyama coming up with the goods there. Nothing Bidwell Barton could do. He stepped across nice and fast, but just couldn't get there in time. A few more quick adjustments here. We're just going to try and get some electronics covered up as the drizzle picks up a little bit. It's decided to change directions as well, so just got to adjust accordingly here. Mitch Baker couldn't get the pass on that one. Picked up by CS, knocked loose though immediately after the ground ball. Picked up again. Both sides scrapping for the ball in the middle. We've got a player on the deck there. Gets up, that is Maino, number 2 from CS Youth. We'll see what Gold can do there in possession now. Olver sends it behind for Gibson, sorry. Moyer on the crease, couldn't get the handle to that one. Turnover now and heading back the other way. CS Youth on the run. Pass to the top side. Can he get his hands free? No. Good defensive pressure there from Gold. Double coming with the man wide. Pass infield. All right, sorry about that again. Just trying to cover up some equipment as the rain starts to pick up a little bit here. CS Youth in possession now. Ball behind now. Stevenson guarding for Gold. Turns the corner, can't get the shot to fall though. Bidwell Barton did a good job covering out that angle. No room for the scorer on that one. Big save there, Bidwell Barton, I should say, sorry, not Bigwell. And ball off with Osgold as they look to clear again now. Ball's behind now with Olver. He's got a man draped on him though as well. CS do a good job closing out defensively. I think a lot of these Aussie players won't be used to playing a defence that is quite as rangy as these Japanese players are. Coming out a long way from home, packing in on that backside to allow themselves to extend out. Good pace though, allowing for those long recoveries. And they send that early slide as well. Mitch Baker on the far side now, fakes the pass there, keeps a hold on it, fakes another. Looking across there, can't get it to go. Will Sinski was the target. Pressure arrives in time though. Stevenson comes up with it, loses it again though. Good fight there from 105 in the Gold. Goosed away and Harry Gibson comes up with it now for Gold. Sends it on to Moyer. Stevenson looks to goal. That one may have been deflected by a defensive head. May have just been wide of target, though. Unable to get that one on goal. All right, so the wind has died down for those of you playing along at home, but the rain has picked up. Again, we'll hopefully be able to stay with you. But again, if we do cut away, I'll apologise in advance. Just very exposed up here on the scissor lift. Big save there. Oh, we've had another goalie change for CS. Sorry, I missed that one. It's Tatsuya Daito now between the pipes, number 14. So that's their third goalie that's come in. They've been going about a third each. Big low save there, Bidwell Barton, but the rebound is picked up, and it's number 4, Ryusei Misaku, who can put that one by. Again, good job there by Bidwell Barton, getting nice and low to get that initial save, but the rebound just scooped up. Good scrappy play there from number 4 in white. That one. Ball on the deck now. It's Nishikawa and Bowren in the centre there. Number 14, Jackson Bowren for Osgold. Bowren comes out with it now. And the Gold are in possession. Carried behind Moyer with the ball there. Sends it on for Mitchell Baker. Bowren with it again. Not a bad offensive player, not just taking the Fogo option. As you said, more and more, especially over in the States, it's players who are just taking face-offs and then subbing off. Still the two-way midi game here. A lot of face-offs staying on and playing out their possession. So Bowren doing a good job of that. Thought about the step down, couldn't get it to go past, but meant for Olver, just too wide of the mark. The Olver looking for that lefty step down. Unable to connect there. Dato with the ball now, the goalie, number 14, holding on. If you hear whistles behind us, obviously it could be a little distracting. That side's warming up, getting their face-off reps in. So pay no heed to those. We'll keep you in the loop on this one. Bullet of a pass there up the middle for Koyama. Number 1 with the ball now, gets by Moya, carries across the midline. Lachlan Bound comes for him. Referee error on that one. As the ball crosses the midline, may have been an offside look that was incorrect. Ball's now with Umayama. He's got a man draped on him, sends it down the line now, carrying behind. Oh, weaving through traffic, great job. Lost the ball though in the end. Quick scoop to X for the redirect. Good handle outside of the net there. And Bidwell Barton will look to clear now, the goalie from Surrey these days. By way of Western Australia initially. Looking to feed the crease there. Great handle, but good save there by Daito. Moyer and Baker on the chase there. The handoff now. Ball bounces before it finds its mark. Kept in bounds though. Number 99, Shun Nagai with the ball. His pass wide of the mark. Koyama able to get a piece of it though and bat it down to himself to pick up the ground ball. Ball up top now, and again looking for those alley dodges. It's Asuchi Nagasoe, number 66. Righty drive there, getting the ball behind. It's a lot of alley dodges from this CS youth side. Good knockdown there, but who wins the ground ball race? It's a 2-on-1. Big scoop there, but carried back in field by Gold, or back downfield, I should say. Bound comes up with a great pass there to Baker. Nice little bit of possession by Lachlan Bound out at Malvern Town. That's the Malvern connection there as he gets it to Baker. Baker finds the back of the net, making it 10-4 now. Scoring definitely slowed down after the first half. Aussies were leading 8-4. Baker had himself 2 in the first. He's now there with his third. In the centre now, it's going to be Nishikawa and Aaron Hill. in for their respective teams. Hill flicks it up in the air, can't come down with it though. It's taken now by Gold. Ball behind there. Olver looks for the dodge. Inside now, Warren's shot wide of the mark, couldn't get it to fall. Baker with the one-on-one there, drives the corner. Looks for the pass off, doesn't have the pass option presenting though. Moya now with the ball behind. His pass meant for Warren, well off the mark, and we'll have an over and back call on that one. Ball's with Umayama now. CS Youth swinging the ball around the outside now. Across the top now, Umayama with the ball again. Down the lefty alley, decides against it. Save there, Bidwell Barton gets the kick save to it. Shea Moat had the pass to him. That ball knocks loose though. Gooses it forward to himself, comes up with it. Good little pass there for Lachlan Warren. That's a Williamstown connection. Finds Baker. Baker, the lefty, stepped down his shot wide of the mark. Again, rain just picking up a little bit, so for those of you just tuning in, if we cut away, just got to try and look after the equipment. We're uncovered at the moment. Moya with the ball, rolls inside, the double comes. Warren with the ball now, his shot low to high, misses the mark. Ball's with Fuss now. He sends it back in for Baker. Back to Fuss. Goalie has come out of the crease on that one. Fuss gets tangled up there by the defence though. Warren looking inside for Fuss now. Fuss the redirect. Umayama with him. Can't get it clean though. Ball's knocked loose. Picked up again now. Defensive pressure picking up from CS Youth. Not long now to go. Fuss with the ball, finds Olver up top. Olver across the top for Moya now. Ball bounces across the middle. Warren has it again now. Hands off for Baker. Great turn of the corner there, and Mitchell Baker gets himself another to put the Aussies up 11-5. 11-4. There we go. So it's 11-5 is the score. Sorry, I was right on that initial call. CS in possession now on the attack. 6 points the difference, 11-5 the score. Not long now to go though. Again, can't quite hear the scorer's bench down below us. as we're trying to keep you game updates. Obviously, the clock we have will be a little bit different to game clock. For those of you who are hoping to tune in for the next game, good kick save there. Bidwell Barton gets the boot to it. Bound got the ball, big high push on that one. I think it's going to be the cross check will be the call. Good work. Putting the body on the line though by Bound. Is that? Yeah, cross check is the call. So the Aussie boys will get the free clear on this one. And again, short time remaining. They lead 11-5. For those of you hoping to tune in for the 3 p.m. game, if the rain does pick up, we will have to call it on the broadcast. We'll live tweet the game via the ALN Twitter account. So if you're on Twitter, check that out. But we'll bring you social media updates as best we can. But again, if we just can't have the timeout gold is called there. Just can't have the equipment out in the rain and out of cover. Timeout, so short time to go. Ozgold are in the lead. The coaches will be looking to just throw something in, though. See if they can mix things up and get a controlled goal late in the game. And the official decision in. We're going to call it on the next game. We will live tweet it, though, and we'll get posts to Facebook via the ALN account. So make sure you're following us on the social medias if you're... on the various social medias if you're not already, but again, we're just, 20 feet up in the air in the rain and just don't have any cover for the camera. So we'll try to get you some pictures as well as score updates as we go through that game. But there's not much else we can do. Unfortunately, for everyone watching along at home, we apologise to all the fans who were affected by that one. But hopefully we'll be able to get you more of those games in the next couple of days as well, weather permitting. It's just a tough one playing these tournaments out in tropical July. Ball's up top now, the extra man opportunity for the Aussie Gold. What can they do with it? Mitch Baker has the ball behind. Passes up for Gibson. Bowren with the ball now, sends it down for Moyer. That pass tipped but still made it to its target. All right, so this chant down to my left is telling me that it's a short time left. Harry Gibson's shot just wide of the target. There we go. Final whistle on the game. Thank you, everyone at home, for watching. 11-5, the final score. We're going to cut away quickly as this rain's really picking up now. We won't be bringing you a 3 p.m. game. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And stay tuned to our social medias. We'll update you with live scores and just keep you posted on which games we'll be able to broadcast.